A manufacturer marks an article at rupees 5,000. Okay, so let us make the supply chain first. So you have a manufacturer. Okay, a manufacturer marks an article at rupees 5,000. He sells it to a wholesaler. So okay, he's selling it to a wholesaler at a discount of 25% on the mark price, and the wholesaler sells it to a retailer. So he is now in turn selling it to a retailer. Okay, at a discount of 15% on the mark price. The retailer sells it to a consumer. Retailer is now selling it to a consumer. Okay, so this is your entire chain. Manufacturer to wholesaler, wholesaler to retailer, and retailer to consumer. Now, if all the sales are intra-state, that is within the same state, and the rate of GST is 12%. If the rate of GST is 12%, then you know that the state government and the central government, they share half the GST. So if the rate of GST is 12%, then the state government gets 6%, the central government gets 6%. Now you have to answer these questions. Okay, now before you answer the questions, again we are concerned here with the selling price of each of them. So we are going to read the problem again in order to find out their selling price. A manufacturer marks an article at rupees 5,000. So here this mark price here is 5,000. He sells it to a retailer at a discount of 25%. So if he's selling, he's giving a discount on the mark price. So how much is the discount? Discount is 25% of mark price. Okay, so that comes to 1,250. So therefore, what is the selling price? Selling price is mark price minus discount. So 5,000 minus 1,250, which is 3,750. Okay, we've got the selling price of the manufacturer. Now, next statement, if you read, the wholesaler sells it to a retailer at a discount of 15% of the mark price. What is the mark price? Mark price is 5,000 rupees. The wholesaler is selling it to a retailer at a discount of 15%. So he is, how much discount is he giving? He is giving a discount of, so let's write the mark price again. First, mark price here is again 5,000 rupees. Discount. He is giving 15%. So that comes to 750 rupees. Okay. And therefore, what is his selling price? It is 5,000 minus discount. Mark price minus discount. So he is selling it at 4,250. Fine. So we've got the selling price of the wholesaler. Let's now come to the retailer. The next sentence says the retailer sells it to a consumer at the mark price. Now here, the selling price of the retailer is equal to market price is equal to 5,000. This is very direct. Okay. Now we've got the selling price of the retailer also. Now it is said if the sales are intrastate. Now we are going to see what GST is. How much GST? First of all, manufacturer. Now manufacturer uh, is not buying from anyone, but he is definitely selling. But he is also buying. He is buying raw materials on which he is paying GST. But then we are not bothered about all that. What we are concerned about here is how much is the manufacturer's CGST, how much is the manufacturer's SGST. So CGST of the manufacturer will be 6% because the total rate is 12%. 6% of the selling price. The selling price here is 3,750, which is equal to 6 by 100 into 3,750, which will come to be 225. Okay. Similarly, as GST is 6% of 3,750, which is again 225. Okay. So we have calculated CGST and SGST of the manufacturer. Now wholesaler CGST is again 6% of his selling price. What is his selling price? 4,250. Okay, so this comes to 6 by 100 into 4,250. This comes to 255 rupees. Okay, similarly, SGST is 6% of 4,250, which is exactly similarly you calculate this to be 255 also. Now we come to the retailer. For the retailer, the selling price is 5,000. We calculate his CGST. CGST here is again 6% of 5,000, his selling price. His selling price is 5,000. So 6% of 5,000. So this comes out to be 300 rupees. SGST is 6% of 5,000, which is 6 by 100, or we can write directly 300. We've already calculated above 6% of 500, which is 300 rupees. Okay, so CGST, SGST we have calculated. Now we come to the consumer. How much does the consumer pay? The consumer pays the selling price of the retailer, obviously. So he pays 5,000 rupees. Plus he pays the GST. This 300 rupees that the retailer gets, he gets from the consumer only. So CGST plus 300 SGST. So he pays 5,600 rupees. Okay, now we shall answer the questions that are there in the problem. First question. Now, before going to the question, let me explain the concept of input GST and output GST. As I told you earlier, although it is not required for calculation sake, but then let me just mention. If you have this table, you will be able to answer all the questions. Okay. So first, input GST. GST paid when a trader or a manufacturer buys goods or purchases goods is called his input GST. Okay. Now, what it means in the context of this problem, I'll explain after this. Output GST. GST paid when a trader or a manufacturer GST obtained, let's say obtained, not paid, GST obtained when the trader or manufacturer sells goods is called his output GST. Okay. So while purchasing items, when I'm purchasing an item, whether I am a trader or a wholesaler, when I'm purchasing when I'm purchasing goods from someone, then I have to pay the person to whom who is selling to me. Now, when I pay the person who's selling to me, I pay him with the taxes, right? So that tax that I pay to him, that GST that I pay to him, that is called his output and my input. Understood? It is called my input because I am buying. Okay. So while purchasing whatever I am buying, it is called my input GST. Now the same item after purchasing, say after 2 days, I'm selling it to someone. Now to whoever Mr. X I am selling, Mr. X is giving me the my selling price. Okay, he's giving money. So in form of money, what is he giving me? He is giving me my selling price, definitely. And added to the selling price, he's giving me GST. Right? Now, this GST that I am getting from selling it to the consumer or selling it to whoever I want, this GST is called my output GST. So in the context of this problem, now if you see here, manufacturer, we are not bothered about who the manufacturer is procuring his goods from. Okay, so manufacturer we leave alone. There is no concept of input and output for the manufacturer, only CGST and SGST. Okay, now for the wholesaler and retailer, we have the concept of input and output. Okay, so first of all, here wholesaler is buying for the manufacturer, and I told you when someone is buying goods from someone else, then he must pay GST. Then what is he giving? He's giving his input. So how much is he giving as GST? He is giving 225 rupees to the manufacturer as GST. So what is his input GST? Input CGST. His input CGST is 225. Okay. Let me just erase this definition. So input CGST is 225 because he is paying to the manufacturer 225 rupees. Also, how much is he paying the central government, the state government to the manufacturer? Obviously, uh, this 225 rupees is for the state government. Okay, he's paying it to the manufacturer, which manufacturer will later on give it to the state government. Okay, so this is his output, input, sorry, not output, input SGST is 225. Okay, next, output CGST. Now, as I told you, output CGST, what is the output? That the GST that is obtained when uh, someone is selling it to someone. So the wholesaler is selling it to the retailer, right? So retailer is paying him certain taxes. And how much is the retailer paying him? he is paying him 225 rupees as taxes for the central government. So this is 255 rupees. And output SGST similarly is 255 rupees. Okay. Now we come to the retailer. What about his input and what about his output? First of all, input CGST. Now he is selling it to the consumer, right? And the consumer is paying him how much is tax? 300 plus 300. Where 300, this 300 is meant for the central government, this 300 is meant for the state government. So this is for the this is for the output, but for the input, when the retailer is buying from the wholesaler, how much tax is he paying? He is paying 255 rupees, right? So the input CGST of the retailer must be 255, and the input SGST is also 255. Output CGST is 300 rupees, which he is getting by selling it to the consumer, and output SGST is 300. This figure. Now we have got the input and the output, everything. Now we can answer any question. In fact, before calculating input and output, we could still answer the question. But now we know the concept of input and output. So let's see first question. The first question here is find the amount inclusive of tax under GST which the wholesaler pays for the article. Now, how much does the wholesaler pay for the article? Wholesaler pays the first of all the selling price of the manufacturer, right? Selling price is 3,750. Let's write this amount inclusive of tax under GST paid by the wholesaler for the article is the selling price of the manufacturer, as I said, 3,750. Let's write this 3,750 plus he's also paying his input GST, right? So plus input CGST plus his input SGST, right? So he's paying selling price as I told you in problem number one, selling price plus 250, 225 plus 225, which are nothing but his input. Here 225. These are his inputs. That's it. So 3,750 plus 225 plus 225. So that comes to 4,200. This is the price that the wholesaler pays. Next question. Next question is find the amount inclusive of tax under GST which the retailer pays for the article. Amount inclusive of tax under GST which the retailer pays for the article. Let us look at it once again. How much does the retailer pay? First of all, the retailer pays the wholesaler selling price. The wholesaler selling price is 4,250. Let's write this 4,250. Plus what else is he paying? He is paying his input GST. How much is retailer's input GST? 255 as CGST and 255 as SGST. So plus his input CGST plus his input SGST. So this is 4,250 plus what were the inputs? 255. So this comes to rupees 4,760. Third question. Third question is the amount of tax under GST which the wholesaler pays to the central government. Amount of tax under GST which the wholesaler pays to the central government. To the central government. Okay. What is this tax that he is paying? The wholesaler. Look here. The wholesaler is paying. How much is the input of the wholesaler? He is paying. This is we are required to find for the central government. Okay. So what is his in output CGST? We are required to look at yes. Output CGST. Output CGST is 255. And what is the input CGST? 225. So difference of these two, he's paying to the state government. Okay. So he's paying is equal to output CGST minus input CGST. Okay. And his input and output are how much? 255 and 225. Okay. So he's paying rupees 30 to the um, central government. Next question is the amount of tax under GST which the retailer pays to the state government. The amount of tax under GST which the retailer pays to the state government. So we have to look at the retailer and we have to look at his SGST because state government is involved here. And how much does he pay to the state government, the retailer? He pays his output GST, output SGST, because we are talking about the state government, minus his input SGST. So let's see what are his output and what are his input. For the retailer, his output SGST is 300 rupees. And what is his input SGST? 225 rupees. So this is 300 minus 225. 255 rather. Yes, 255. He is paying rupees 45. That's it. Now, if I ask you, what is the total tax collected by the central government? Let's say, what is the total tax collected by the central government in the entire process? what will your total tax? Total tax will be, first of all, we are talking about the central government, so we'll look at CGST. First of all, this 225 rupees, which the central government is getting from the manufacturer. Okay, so this is 225 plus. Now, how much tax is the wholesaler giving to the central government? To the central government, how much tax is he giving? He is giving the difference of his output and input. How much is it? 255 minus 225. So plus 255 minus 225. How much is the retailer giving to the government, central government? The difference of these two, right? His output and his input. So 300 minus 255. That's it. So this should be 225 plus 30 plus 45. And this comes to 300 rupees in total. So in the entire supply chain, right from the beginning, right from the manufacturer till the consumer, the central government is getting 300 rupees. Okay. So that is what you must know. So I'll stop here for today. I will not proceed with the next sum because GST sums are very long. Okay. I will continue in the, I have to discuss only this problem in the next class. Okay. So I'll continue um, on Wednesday with the last sum. And then if the classes continue, I can proceed with the problems on quadratic equations. Since you already know quadratic equations,